Scream 6 introduced us for the first time to three killers working together. These three are Ethan Landry, Quinn Bailey, and Detective Bailey. Even though we know who the killers are, we don't get to see everything they do behind the scenes. It's up to our imagination to come up with how it might have gone by looking at the facts and alibis. This video will show an outline of what I believe is the best explanation for where all the killers were during the entire film and how they did this New York attack. Make sure to include in the comments how you think the Kirsch family committed all their murders. The film starts off with Laura Crane in a restaurant. She is waiting for a blind date when she is lured outside and eventually attacked by Ghostface and killed in an alleyway. This part isn't very hard to figure out since we see him unmask, revealing it to be Jason Carvey, her student. He is also the one who called her while she was in the restaurant. He waited in the alleyway for her to get close, and then attacked her. Somehow the Kirsch family figured out that Jason and his partner Greg were doing this. It was probably Ethan who found this out, since he goes to Blackmore with both of them. There is also a possibility that Ethan may have been working with them and pretended to be an accomplice, so that he could get the information he needed. The night of Laura's attack while Jason was gone, Detective Bailey snuck into his apartment and murdered his roommate, Greg. We know this is Bailey because Quinn and Ethan both have alibis. Quinn is in her apartment with a guy, so she couldn't have left him without him noticing, and Ethan is at the frat party. With the information given to him by Ethan, Bailey is able to hack the security cameras and call Jason as Greg, knowing information about their friendship. He lures Jason to the fridge where he is eventually killed. Detective Bailey quickly flees the scene with plenty of time to change and get ready for the police call about the murders. Before he leaves though, he plants Sam's license at the scene of the crime, which could have easily been stolen by Quinn since she is her roommate, so that Sam and Tara become persons of interest and can't flee the town after hearing about the murders. After Sam arrives at the frat party, her, Tara, Chad, Mindy, Annika, and Ethan all head back to Sam and Tara's apartment, where they hear about the murders on TV. Tara tells Quinn to call her dad since she knows he's a cop. After she does, he tells Sam that she needs to come down to the police station because of the license found at the scene of the crime. Sam and Tara leave together to go to the station when they are called by Ghostface from Richie Kirsch's number and chased into a bodega. It seems difficult to figure out who is attacking them here because all three of the killers appear to have alibis, with Quinn and Ethan clearly being in the apartment and Bailey being shown at the crime scene. But there is a very important detail that explains how this was actually done. If you look at Sam and Tara's outfits when they are in the apartment, you can see that they are both different when they leave the building. Tara has had time to put on a jacket and Sam has on a whole new shirt and jacket. What this means is that even though these two scenes are played back to back, time has passed since this scene and the last one. Which means where all these characters are here is not necessarily where they are by the time Ghostface appears outside. But if we no longer know exactly where they all are by the time Tara and Sam leave the apartment, how can we figure out who did it? Well, looking at the facts, we know that Detective Bailey was previously at the crime scene. It would be impossible for him to get away without being noticed, and we also see the police arrive seconds after Ghostface disappears from the bodega. There is no way he could have changed in this time, so it had to have either been Quinn or Ethan. We don't see any of the characters in the apartment again for the night, and since Sam and Tara leave, we can guess that all of the others probably went home because why would they stay there if Sam and Tara aren't even there? Quinn lives with them, so she wouldn't have had anywhere to go and would have had to be in the apartment with Sam and Tara up until they left, no matter how much later they did end up leaving. She wouldn't have had time to change and go down to the street without being noticed. This just leaves Ethan, who has no one accounting for him and who would have left the apartment before Sam and Tara, changed into his Ghostface outfit and hid outside the building waiting for them. He didn't do the entire act alone though. While Sam is on the phone with Ghostface, we see that he was right behind them, without a phone. There is no way Sam and Tara would not have been able to hear him if he is that close. Since the phone call was perfectly timed right after she left the apartment, it makes sense that Quinn waited until they left, knowing Ethan was ready to attack downstairs, and called her from the apartment with Richie's number. She distracted the sisters so Ethan was able to get the jump on them. He chases them into the bodega, where he kills a couple of bystanders, hunts for Tara and Sam, and escapes just before the police can get inside. The next time we see Ghostface is when Samantha's therapist is killed in his home. This is most likely to be Detective Bailey since Ethan and Quinn are shown to be with all the others in the park. He stabs Dr. Stone and steals Sam's files from the drawer. He does this because he was her alibi from the previous night and Bailey is planning on framing her for the killing spree. He steals the file so there is no evidence that she was there during the original Ghostface attack. Before Sam, Tara, Chad, Mindy, and Annika get back to the apartment, Quinn removes all of the knives from the kitchen so that they won't have any available weapons during the attack later on. Detective Bailey also sneaks into her room and hides as Ghostface, ready to kill Quinn's guy in the room and fake kill Quinn. We know this is Bailey and not Ethan because Ethan admits to having class with 100 other people who saw him in econ.
Dude, I was in a study hall with 100 other people. You can ask any of them.
He wouldn't have said this if he wasn't really there because when they find out he wasn't there, it would be a dead giveaway that he is the killer. He also mentions later that his alibi was confirmed.
My alibi checks out.
Quinn fakes a call with her dad in her room so the boy would walk off and be distracted, where Bailey then kills him in her bathroom. Danny sees this through his window though, so Bailey attacks Quinn for show in front of him, which is heard by the others outside the room. He takes a picture and sends it to them. Quinn, out of Danny's sight, quickly puts makeup on to make it look like she's been killed. Bailey throws her through the door and attacks the others. After they lock themselves in a room, they try to escape by climbing across a ladder to Danny's apartment, but Bailey breaks through and causes Annika to fall off the ladder, killing her. He heads back into the main room and switches Quinn's body out with a dummy. He pretends to arrive first on the scene and pretends to be devastated to keep everyone away from the body so they don't notice it's a fake. The gang then runs into Gail, who takes them to the theater and shows them the shrine. Here, Bailey pretends to tell them a plan to catch Ghostface. This forces Gail to go back to her home, where Quinn is waiting ready to kill her for being a part of Richie's death in Woodsboro. Quinn is the one who calls Sam from Richie's number, which Kirby is able to track and find her location. Sam and Tara quickly steal Bailey's car to save Gail, even after he tries to stall them so they won't get there in time. While they are driving, Quinn sneaks into Gail's apartment while Detective Bailey calls Gail's phone. He is the one who talks to Gail since Quinn couldn't kill Gail's boyfriend and talk at the same time, and Ethan is with the others in the van being heavily watched by Chad. He taunts Gail on the phone when Quinn kills her boyfriend and attacks Gail. After Gail drops the phone and shoots at Quinn through the door, it is Quinn who calls her on the other phone. She distracts her to get the jump on her and successfully stabs her multiple times. However, she is scared off by Sam, who arrives on the scene just in time to save Gail. After Gail is rushed to the hospital, they decide they want to try to trap Ghostface. Bailey tricks them to go to the theater so he can have them there for the finale. He also tricks them into taking the subway, knowing Quinn is there, by telling them that they will be safer traveling with other people around. They listen to him and head to the subway, where Mindy is separated from the others. Quinn goes on her train, with Ethan nearby. Quinn waits for the right moment to strike and stabs Mindy in the back of the train. Ethan pretends to help her, but then leaves with Quinn to the shrine for the finale. Bailey also heads towards the shrine from the police station, but not before planting false accusations against Kirby to distract Sam and turn them against each other. Once Quinn and Ethan arrive, Quinn finds Kirby and knocks her out, while Ethan stabs Tara and is put to the ground by Chad. Ethan and Quinn have slightly different masks, so this helps identify who is doing what. Quinn's is Stu Macher's mask, which looks slightly older than Ethan's, which is Nancy Loomis's mask. Sam, Tara, and Chad run into the theater where Ethan jumps off the stage and attacks them again. He chases them around until he is knocked to the ground. But when Chad tries to finish him off, Quinn appears behind him. Both end up stabbing Chad together and try to attack Sam and Tara, but they are scared off by Kirby, who shoots at them. Detective Bailey then comes in and shoots Kirby, while Quinn runs behind him as a fake out. Ethan walks next to them, revealing that there are 3 killers: Quinn, Ethan, and Wayne Kirsch, the family of Richie. Thank you for watching. Do you agree with this breakdown? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.